Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it will be for the EBU European Light Heavyweight Championship. Brought to you by Freightport for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors. 32 Red, Unibet, Riyadh Season, Global Next Trade, and That Prize Guy. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge, Suzanne Potts, along with the European Boxing Union supervisor, Charles Giles, timekeeper, Phil Morris. Our three judges assigned will be Lee Every of England, Victor Laughlin of Scotland, and Mark Lyson of England. Our referee in charge will be Kieran McCann of England. Introducing to you first, the challenger. Fighting out of the red corner, he comes in the ring wearing red with black and weighed in officially at 174.13 pounds. Hailing from right here, Manchester, England. He has a professional record of 24 wins, 3 defeats, with 16 of his 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the challenger and former IBO Light Heavyweight World Champion, Lyndon Arthur! And his opponent across the ring, he is a defending champion, fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in the ring wearing light blue with white and weighed in officially at 173.13 pounds. Hailing from right here, Manchester, England. He has a professional record of 21 wins, just 1 defeat. 10 of his 21 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending EBU European Light Heavyweight Champion, Ram the Sting
Lads, listen up. I spoke to you both in the dressing room, you know what to expect, okay? Keep the fight clean, obey my commands, most importantly, gents, protect yourself at all times, all right? Shake hands.
2 down, 2 to go. It's been a good night so far. First defence of the prestigious EBU 12 stone 7 European crown. Once owned by the excellent Clinton Woods, and before him, one of my fighting heroes, John Conti. What a man he was from Liverpool. Reigning champion Bradley Stingray, after that corker of a fight against the experienced Shaq-Am Pitters on GBM's June show. Now an all-Manchester derby. Ray's a City fan in the light blue. Lyndon Arthur, a United man. And a tough, proud fighter who Barry will surely test the level of Ray tonight.
Yeah, he will. I mean, he got so much natural ability in the Arthur, you know, lovely smooth jab, he punches in a fantastic rhythm, but he can't coast fights at times, and someone like Ray who can't push the pace, and he might find himself in trouble if he doesn't use his experience and take the fight by the scruff of the neck down.
Yeah, that lead hand from Lyndon Arthur is such an effective weapon, it really is. He's got good variation with the shot, not many signs. Oh, look, and it sets up that shot there, Adam. The right hand that follows straight down the pipe. Very good combination, that.
But the rhythm of the shot, I mean, it's not that fast, it's just really good rhythm and timing.
Sweet 1-2, wasn't it? From Lyndon Arthur, and another right hand. And Ray just looking open in the first, comes back with a right of his own, and no feeling out process here when these two have sparred many, many rounds in the past. It's the European title on the line, and both of them want to go home with it.
Yeah, Brad Ray as well, he's very, very classy and such a joy to watch when he puts the shots together, but will he be allowed to do that this evening against someone like Lyndon Arthur who moves really, really well?
That orthodox jab, the lovely jab of Lyndon Arthur. Ray switches styles at times, tries to attack the body early. I thought he was really good against Shakan Pitters, who's a hard night's work for anyone in a barn burner in the summer, and he edged that one by his mobility and punch picking from angles too.
And forcing the pace as well. I think that's important, that each has to dictate that pace. He was at World and hustled by Tyler Denny down at middleweight, which was Tyler Denny too would be fantastic, a European champion himself. But I think he's learned from that. If one thing that happens to me, I don't get outworked anymore. Make sure I'm fitter than anyone else.
Yeah, 7 straight wins since, and 5 inside the distance.
And he jumped through super middleweight right up to light heavy too. Allowed his body to breathe. Relocated to Blackpool. Now Brad Ray has put the hard work in, but this is a good start from Lyndon Arthur. That jab, so precise, fabulous.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start from Lyndon Arthur. Not taking any silly risks, is he? He's keeping it nice and simple. The jab, the 1-2, smart boxing.
I remember him telling me before the Anthony Yard third fight, he wished he'd trained like this all his career. He looks absolutely on song here tonight, Arthur.
That's the best shot he's ever going to throw, mate, on you. Right, negatives. You're creeping into range like I fucking told you not to. Brad, don't be in range. Come into range and come back out when he shoots. Don't stay in there to be hit. Come in range, no movement, step out of range, take an angle. Right? Water. Rip that off next time, Lou.
Yeah, sound advice in there, the corner of Bradley Ray there, just saying when you're in range, don't just stand there. Move your head, get busy, let the shots go. You can't just stand there and get peppered like that. Saying it's the best shot you're going to get hit with. So can he respond here, Bradley Ray?
An excellent start from King Lyndon Arthur in this challenge for the European title, former IBO holder and Commonwealth champion as well. He got 1 win over Anthony Yard in their trilogy, and that was largely from his beautiful jab, his boxing skills. He's always had them. Been around a long, long time. Turned over in September 2016. A couple of years later, Brad Ray, who's finding his feet at light heavy and winning this European title, meant it's not going to be easy now. This is what Andy Adler wants in the corner, in and out of range from Ray.
Arthur's jab, he steps with it, so it's a bit more weight than what you would think. And he comes from the waist, which usually means it's a flicking jab. But he takes a little step with that front foot, so it gives it a bit more weight. But it comes back low. And that's where Ray, if he can just parry that jab and just block it, then he got an entry. But he's got to really quicken his feet to get there.
And I'll tell you what he does. We haven't seen it yet. He leads well with that right hand of his. He'll throw it on its own. We see that against Pitters in his last fight. Really, really good. This is better work. Starting to up the tempo, Ray.
But he's using his feet, isn't he? In and out of range. He's listened to the advice from the corner. Brad Ray switching like he did against Pitters, the southpaw style now as well. Just trying to befuddle Arthur and not let
Go round the back, Lyndon.
him get set in a rhythm. And this is good work from Brad Ray. Lovely
Did
right
you see that? He felt that?
Just heard Arthur there, who's backed up in his own corner. Brad Ray's a decent puncher. Arthur coming back with an uppercut. Terrific action. Second round of this one.
Lovely response there from Arthur, because that right hand went on the back of the glove. He didn't see it and just stiffed the legs of Arthur, but I think he's recovered here.
Big punches, Barry, going in early here.
He's just got to stay low though, Bradley Ray. Got to stay nice and underneath those long shots and wing the punches over the top.
The eye's
Damage,
bad
yeah.
though, yeah, left eye of Ray. The jab straight into it, that's nasty. Around the side for the man from Stratford. They're going to have to work on that. It's a beautiful left hook that lays Lyndon Arthur down in the second round. It was a heavy fall. The count's at 8, 26 seconds left. Can Brad Ray, whose left eye is closing badly here, finish it? Right hand, Arthur in big trouble. Kieran McCann having a look. He's got to throw something back. He needs the bell. Brad Ray all over him. What a round for Ray, but what damage to the left eye. Drama here in Manchester. Normally a very good chin, Lyndon Arthur. That was a heavy knockdown. Is a minute enough?
Well, I tell you what a counter left hook that was. Fantastic shot, Barry.
If you watch it back now in a minute, the right hand did damage to me. I think that the right hand came right in the centre, it was right down the middle, and then it was a left hook that followed it through.
Do not load up when you start getting them going.
That left hook on the chin. Beautiful shot.
There's that right hand. He misses, doesn't he? But what it does do, it puts him in a position to throw that left hook perfectly. He done well to survive. There wasn't long, was there? 20 seconds, but thunderous left hook.
I gotta say though, he walked back to his corner, Arthur. Sound. He was okay. He recovered. He really had.
Bell came at the right time. Into the third round we go. They've worked on the eye in the corner. 10-8 and a big session. The second for Bradley Ray. And here comes Lyndon Arthur. Well, let's make fire. And a right hand back from Arthur in what's becoming a real war at light heavyweight here in Manchester.
Oh, what a start to this contest we've had already. He can't miss with that right hand, and that's only going to damage that left thigh even worse.
Both of them just going for broke here. I thought this had 12 rounds all over it. It might be done in 3.
But to be honest, Ray's forced Arthur to let his hands go. I think he's so good when he lets his hands go. Isn't he, Lyndon Arthur? But quite often he's happy just to pick his shots and move away, slip and slide.
There's some swelling just on the upper left cheek of Lyndon Arthur as well. To add to what's going on, you can't take your eyes off this one. Ray and Arthur.
Coming off the back of that, Barry, I think he really understands, don't you think, the significance of this fight and what winning the European title would do to his career at this later stages. And you're seeing that there's plenty of ambition, isn't there?
Well, even though it's a big title, for where he's been boxing the world titles, you know, a big trilogy, of course, with Anthony Yard. If he doesn't win tonight, his name disappears from the conversation.
Good hand speed from Ray. Just misses with that left hook again, and Arthur's got to be careful.
Last good from Ray there. The one behind the head there, he's letting his hands go with authority, of course.
26 knockouts between them. Not many recently.
Just waiting a little bit now, Arthur. After that knockdown in the previous round, he's not as proactive with that jab. He's got to be a bit quicker, sharper as he was.
I think he's just listened to you. Thrown out a couple, but back comes Ray with these combinations to the head. Arthur gets one on the inside. That was a cheeky shot and opened Ray up, and back comes the man from Stratford, and he just looks like he won't be denied here, Brad Ray.
Oh, this is bullish. It really is aggressive, letting the shots go. Triple right hook from Ray.
You can tell they know each other, that they sparred together, because, again, Arthur does some good work, and rather than just regroup, he knows Arthur's going to take a rest, so he's going to keep the hands low and just keep fighting with that right hand there, Ray.
The younger man by 7 years, Brad Ray, back to southpaw. What an opening 3 rounds we've had here. European title on the line, and it's something Brad Ray's determined to keep hold of, and for the memory of Ricky Hatton. He's fighting with everything tonight, Ray, but Arthur's standing strong. They got the spoon out there, Barry.
I haven't seen that for a long time, I really haven't. Again, they're just both not the hardest target to find, let's be honest, but they're both looking to be more offensive. Certainly Arthur more than usual. And when he lets his hands go, it's quality work.
Listen,
Again, they have a range. Again, knowing Arthur so well that he does take a rest after that, it's have to go and fight it back.
When you work, he's not throwing with you, he's defending. Okay? High guard coming in, but don't just come in with a straight high guard, Brad. Come on, lad. When you're coming in, slip and slip, okay?
Originally trained by his dad, Andy, then Ricky Hatton. But now he's gone to Andy Avril. He's had a long relationship with him. But he committed full time, got himself digs in Blackpool, reinvented himself, Brad Ray. Carl, what a start to this.
What a fight so far. I think Lyndon had a great first round. His jab, by the way, when he uses it correctly, is maybe one of the best jabs in British boxing. But Ray's just starting to get a little bit closer and landing shots a little bit too often, too early for me. We're only, we're in the round 4 in this fight, and I just think that Lyndon's been nailed a little bit too often, too early. But it's a great fight so far. I have Ray obviously with the 10-8 round, a fair bit in front now. But Lyndon, we just need to see him get back on that jab. Stuff that he done there, the 1-2 was lovely, but he just walked into one again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be trading left hooks with Brad Ray. Keep it nice and straight, get behind the jabber, and you need to follow that right hand through. He's landed numerous times. It's Brad Ray. He leans back, and that lead hand of his is low. Body shot from Ray, who's piling the hooks. Arthur tries to come back with an uppercut that he used. But Ray gets hit with one, and here comes Brad Ray again. And Lyndon Arthur is in trouble for the second time in the fight, down in the second round, and he's fighting back on those ropes.
So he recovers well, mind Arthur, going in his credit there, because that uppercut, he had the legs all over the place, but he recovered, having a shot of his own. And looking to fire back, again under pressure.
Oh, he nods at Brad Ray and says, come on then, let's have a scrap. Body shot from Ray. What a terrific fight.
Good body shot there from Ray, enough he said he's a little bit low with that right hand.
Yeah, he's finding the odd shot, isn't he, Lyndon Arthur? That right uppercut through the guard. He's got to stop leaning back. Brad Ray, he's getting caught with that straight right, but it was a good shot, hurt Arthur once more.
This the round that his trainer Pat Barrett won a European title out in Italy a long time ago. What a fighter he was. Can Lyndon Arthur become a European champion for the stable? He's got a lot of work to do. Brad Ray has him where he wants him at the moment. Good powers of recovery, Barry.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I said when he got dropped in the other round, he just walked back to his corner, fresh as a daisy almost, and that's a real plus. But he is easier to hit than we've seen in the past here, Lyndon Arthur. And Bradley Ray's easy to hit because he's, again, Dan said he's leaning back, but he's leaning back in range, isn't he? He's not out of distance there, so he's allowing Arthur to fully extend with that right hand over the top.
I think in patches here, running in the centre of the ring, he's got to be busy. Arthur, that's better.
Good work from Arthur. Last few seconds of what's been a compelling fourth round, but Brad Ray has won that one and he's got a big lead. Next Saturday, 25k the cash prize. Welcome to the zone. An 8-man super middleweight tournament, The Heist. GBM presents. Should be a fabulous night there. Really good arena and Hull. Terrific atmosphere and something different, Barry Jones, which is great. We remember prize fighter, and why not?
Look at me and say something different, like I'm like not human or something.
Well, no, it's just because you've seen it all. The time that you've been around boxing.
You've been around a long time.
I remember I used to sparring partner for Marciano back in the day.
Did you enjoy prize fighter?
I did. It was absolutely fantastic, of course. Yeah, it was really good to watch. And a really innovative idea that's been carried on. It's fantastic.
Yep, should be good next week in the super middleweight division. 8 fighters going for the big cash prize, but it's the big European title on the line here at 12 stone 7. Remember the red of the Manchester United fan, Lyndon Arthur, King Arthur, who's trying to wind back the clock, roll back the years and give a really good performance in. He looked good in the first round, Carl Frampton behind that jab, but Brad Ray has had him in trouble a couple of times.
Yeah, he has it, and like we said already, he's maybe just hitting him a little too clean too early in this fight for me, but a bit tentative here to start a round. Bradley Ray is, and I just think that Lyndon Arthur, that jab, I mean, I don't want to over-exaggerate it, and I hope I'm not here, but I think when he has it firing properly, it's one of the best jabs in British boxing, like I already said, but he just needs to get back on it. And when Bradley Ray does get close, either tie him up or just create a little bit more distance. He's just allowing him to fill that gap.
I think it's so good because, like I said earlier, he whips it from the waist, which makes it hard to read, but he steps with it, doesn't he? So he gets a weight.
Very, very fast as well.
But it does come back low.
Yeah, it does. And that's where Bradley's had the success.
Yeah. He got through the right hand over the top, and he jabs to the body there, Ray.
Look at the jabs thrown by
Yeah, no
Arthur and
surprise.
landing. But Ray with the punches landed 69 to 55, and that knockdown in the second round. Knows he can hurt him, Ray. Arthur's got back with clean shots, but Ray has shown a good chin up to now.
Yeah, the pace has just slowed down slightly in this fifth round, and this is where Lyndon Arthur needs to get back on that fantastic jab. Needs to be busy.
And for me, when you got a guy who jabs from the waist, you got to be careful for the left hook. But your right hand should be in front of your chin, rather than the side of your head, in front of your chin. So you almost block it as it's coming up. You'll naturally block it and stop it.
And when he throws that jab and the right hand that follows, he did it in the first round. It's a beautiful combination.
Oh, I mean, it's textbook. It really is. Throws it with such speed and accuracy. Like see Bradley Ray just take his head off to the left and throw the right hand. Try and time that jab.
And start being more of a bully now, Ray. I think he doesn't want to walk into shots. He knows that Arthur trying to set him up. But you see, when he went to attack there, Ray, and he squared his feet up, but Arthur retreated because he's been hurt now. He's aware of what's coming at. He's a little bit more wary when Ray attacks. So use that to your advantage. Be the bully now.
Jabs to head and body in this round from Lyndon Arthur. Better from him, a little calmer and cooler, which is what he would have wanted after a torrid second and fourth. Great character on the scene, trainer, promoter, puts on a lot of black flash shows. One next week in Stoke, top by the big light heavyweight Kyle Davis with Aaron Burr. That's a good matchup. He does a lot, doesn't he? Away from the TV sometimes, it doesn't get the credit back, Aaron.
He's a familiar face for us, isn't he? Brilliant fighter back in the day. Fantastic coach now.
And Arthur as well, of course.
Round 6.
One of the family members is Lyndon Arthur in the all red, trying to eke out victory number 25. Might have nicked that fifth round, but he'll be behind and he'll know it. But he's getting back behind the jab, which is important. Carl gave him the previous round. It's won it on your card. 10-8 was it the second round?
Yeah, it was 10-8. I actually tacked that through, so someone's made a mistake there, not me. But
Carl, you didn't even give him a 10-8, Carl.
no, come on, that's well, someone else's fault.
Are you passing the blame? Are you passing the blame?
Well, I'm passing the blame, but it wasn't me. But yeah, 10-8 there. So actually one round further on in front than that. But Lyndon had a good round the last time. I just think that Barry had mentioned it, and Darren as well. He needs to be coming forward a little bit more, Bradley Ray, and start to bully. You've seen when he's a smaller man here. We can see it with our own eyes, but he seems to be the stronger fighter. And just standing off when it's tentative, it suits Lyndon Arthur, and he just hit you with that jab all right. I like some of the stuff he was doing as well when Bradley Ray got close. He was just relaxed in there.
Ray was a middleweight, remember, unbeaten in his first 14 until Tyler Denny stopped that, but he's found this form at light heavyweight, and that left hook which did the damage in the second round. But Arthur again comes back. He's trained long and hard for this, Lyndon Arthur. and he knows this might be the last opportunity at a big title, and he wants to take it at 34.
These little steps to the right-hand side, very effective, and he's thrown the left hook off it. Back comes Arthur, beautiful work.
But just when you think Ray's getting on top of him, Arthur finds something. This is where Ray wants him, bullying him, back up on the ropes. But the uppercut again tried by Arthur, who's not going anywhere here, Lyndon Arthur.
Look, if you're Brad Ray, you've got to get busy here. You need to get working. Really let the shots go, sort of smothering his own work here. And he's doing the right thing, Lyndon Arthur, just sort of nullifying and grabbing hold of Ray to stop that work.
Uppercut again from Arthur, using his experience in close, and a right hand as well. Can Lyndon Arthur turn this around?
That's good there from here, the roll to the right. You've got to keep turning to the right. Like Darren said, a little step to the right. It takes away the right uppercut there from Arthur every time. Just keep, there you go, right. Just take a step to the right. You don't come back to the left. You keep turning in, and turning in.
But Arthur is finding holes as well in the Ray defense.
I can't tell you how important that 5th round was for Lyndon Arthur. Just completely broke up any rhythm that Bradley Ray had.
We've still got more ahead, so stick with us. What a fight for the European title. Then it's the vacant WBA International. On top of the bill, on the left of your screens, Joshua Buatsi with Virgil Hunter as ever, and Errol Johnson working Zach Parker. Really good fight, as this one is. We're being treated, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a really good scrap. You know, it means a lot to us. A lovely uppercut there from Lyndon Arthur, and really trying to close the gap. He's got to keep active with his hands when he's up close. Want to give Lyndon Arthur the chance to throw that uppercut.
Yeah, just waiting far too long, wasn't he? In the 5th and the 6th round there, Bradley Ray needs to get busy.
Closer now, isn't it?
It is closer, and somehow we've got to the second half of this EBU light heavyweight title clash. Look like it'll all be over within 3 rounds. Remember, Lyndon Arthur on the floor in the second, hurt again in the 4th, but just got his boxing back together. When he gets that jab flowing, the uppercuts, the right hands, he's got real ability. Arthur, fight number 28 for the man from Moston, and Stretford's Bradley Ray in his 23rd outing. The fresher man, but not the natural light heavyweight.
I don't think that's been a factor though with the actual strength part of it. I think that he's looked the stronger of the two when he's been pushing forward, but you've got to take away that jab of Arthur. That's his key. And then the right uppercut, then it's shot.
He's just waiting far too long here, Bradley Ray.
And that shot that just landed, sorry Darren, that's not like a 1-2, it's almost a 1 and a 1. So it's slow afterwards. I think Bradley Ray is expecting like a 1-2 combination, but it's pretty clever, I think, from Lyndon.
I think he's a really intelligent fighter, Lyndon Arthur, but Brad Ray knows he can hurt him. That's that right hand again, but it just bounces off the chin of Ray. And is the difference the resilience here? We wonder whether after all the years Lyndon Arthur has still got that, and Brad Ray has the power
and experience, I think, on Arthur's side. He's managing this fight well. He's managed to turn it round, hasn't he?
But Arthur would like it. He wants fighters to come onto it, but he wants to set you up for that, tap you with that jab, and get you with that right hand, the uppercut or the long right hand if you take a step back. So Ray's got his shot.
He's got to move that head a lot more.
You've got to get lower. You almost got to get your chest over your front knee and let the puncher be brave enough to let the puncher slip over you. But when you slip on the inside, you come forward and you're close to the target and then land with the hook.
Sometimes you've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, and it's just your natural instinct to lean back, whereas the more effective thing would be on your front foot, slip, slide, get under the shots.
I think Brad Ray's learning, and he only just won the European title against Shaq Pettis. It's a whole different level, and Lyndon Arthur's been campaigning world title challenger, remember, against Dimitri Bivol. at this stage for a long time.
I don't think he's over his depth out here, Ray. I don't. Just, you know, sometimes, you know, that I gotta close the gap, I gotta be aggressive. Sometimes you just walking forward like he is now, it's too easy to hit here. Gotta get low, he rolls on again, do it more often.
There's the uppercut again from Arthur, but Ray doesn't seem to be bothered by that power of Lyndon Arthur. He just is walking through shots here, Ray.
Oh, good shot from Ray there.
He knows he's got the ammunition, and just the legs a little bit shaky from Lyndon Arthur. Well, this will be a good one. I know Darren Parker's excited. Battling out of Monte Carlo, December the 6th, Shabazz Masood and Peter McGrail headlining a really good night. The return of Johnny Fisher.
Can't take your shot.
Bitch Ferrer, Sean McComb on the card.
What a fight that is, by the way. Ferrer and Turner.
Turn it again.
One's super strong, one got a punch in either hand.
You just want to go and see the boats, don't you?
Spiritual hope that, but I'll tell you what, he's done really well, hasn't he, Lyndon Arthur, the last few rounds. Boxed to his type of fight, he's kept it long, and Ray's got to be a lot busy with the head movement, a static target. He's getting caught far too much, and he's waiting far too long.
I did think that Arthur was hurt at the end of the 7th. There was a slightly weary look as he went back to his corner. We'll see. Into the 8th we go. A terrific battle for the European 12 stone 7, 175-pound belt. It's been a prestigious title over the years, one that Lyndon Arthur's yet to take. Can he do it? Second half of this fight, when it looked after 2 or 3 rounds, almost mission impossible.
I'll be honest, I'm finding this a little frustrating from Bradley Ray. I'm not too sure what he's waiting for. He's got to get busy when he lets the shots go and he lands that left hook.
See, I think, because he knows you can hurt him, he's waiting for that one big shot, I think. But ironically, when he got the big shot is when he let his hands go. I mean, he wasn't looking for it, it was a natural progression, one shot after the other.
Yard has been stopped once by Anthony Yard 4 years ago, and that was in the 4th round. He was late in the 2nd when he was floored in this one, which probably helped him, but also the conditioning, and back he comes. Good work from Arthur, and just wobbled there, Bradley Ray, but again walked through the shots.
This is good work from Ray. Good variation, like to still see thought about defence after you've let the shots go. Lyndon Arthur, just get back on that jab, sharp, up and down. Look for that 1-2. You cannot miss with that right hand. He literally cannot miss.
But he's allowing Arthur too much time, isn't he, to set it up. Set the jab, set maybe that right hand coming forward. You've got to make him work at a higher pace.
Good work from Arthur, getting his punches going.
Body shot there from that hand, a lovely right hand.
Nice stuff here from Lyndon Arthur in the 8th round. Back comes Ray. I mean, they are giving the fans real entertainment. I mean, if you've got a ticket here in the Co-op Live tonight, you have got value for money.
Yeah, I tell you what, it was a nice left to the body went in from Lyndon Arthur. Surprised Bradley Ray.
And through, oh, lovely uppercut again there from Arthur. Good work at the close. Ray got to keep taking that step down, and you were talking about a few rounds ago.
And he can double up with the left hook, can't he? You take that step, you're in the safe zone if you like. Let the shots go.
Look at this from Brad Ray at the back end of this round. He's throwing everything into it. Arthur matching him. Oh, body shot as well. What a good fight. Callum Simpson here, Callum Smith, and also Ezra Taylor, who's with death.
Well, last week it was Ezra Taylor lighting up the world. Ezra, how do you reflect on your win at the O2?
It's good, man. It's another day in the office. Looking at these guys, I want to sink my teeth in.
What are you making of this fight so far?
It's a good fight. It's an unexpectedly good fight. I feel like Lyndon should have been using his experience. better. But Brad Ray's here, man. He's a fighter. I want either one of these, man. I want that European title.
What about the main event coming up, Boatsi Parker? How are you seeing that one?
That's a decent fight, but I feel like Boatsi again, he's experienced, he's good, he's been at a higher level, and I feel like he's got a bit more resilience than Zach Parker, so I feel like he'll come out on top.
Ezra, great to see you. Go and enjoy your night.
Thanks, Dev. Ezra Taylor, career best performance last week at the O2. He's right in the mix, isn't he? Unexpectedly good fight. Well, it has turned into much more of a war than we thought, and it's been crackling action for this European belt. Brad Ray with the knockdown in the second. Lyndon Arthur came back in middle rounds. Carl Frampton, how are you seeing things now as we go into the ninth?
I think I have Arthur around in front. I don't have the scorecard here in front of me. It's just been texting it through, like I said. But yeah, I do have him in front. He's just.
The fans don't do as well.
Yeah, the fans have him in front, but I think that Bradley Reyes maybe can do a little bit more when he's getting caught with that 1-2. He's kind of standing in middle range with his head not moving, very, very static, and Lyndon just throws the big long 1-2 and it nails him. He needs to be really close and working, or way out of distance, but just sometimes getting caught in the middle distance.
Again, if there was anyone that might be stopped in throwing their shots, you'd think it would be Lyndon Arthur. He's the one who's been hurt. So if you're Bradley Ray, you know you can hurt your opponent. Get busy, let your shots go.
And Lyndon Arthur's thrown real quality punches at times in some of these latter rounds.
He has it. Do you know what he's done, Adam? He's not overcomplicated anything. He's kept it nice and simple, nice and sharp, accurate, and it's worked for him.
Experience.
Exactly that.
There's 3 punches in there. A left, a right, and a right uppercut, pretty much is what he's doing. Barely a left hook. And it's always walking onto the shot. When you lean back, he throws the long right hand.
Is he winning it for you now?
Yeah, I think he is. I think Carl would be right with that. So I think he's come back here, and usually he's a master at nicking rounds, but he's done more than that. And Bradley Ray's eagerness to want to put in pressure, I just think he hasn't really. Again, that Dana mentioned about what you do after the punch, and he's just been a little bit too easy to hit. Just you bend your legs and roll into the shots. I mean, that'll happen dramatically here, Bradley Ray.
Bradley Ray hasn't done as much in the last 2 or 3 rounds, and that jab is working again for Lyndon Arthur, who's comfortable at the pace and is more experienced in these latter rounds at light heavyweight. Brad Ray now has to push his foot on the pedal and really unload combinations like he was early.
Yeah, and take the space away from Arthur. Step in, step to the right, let the left hook go. Just get busy. A little too predictable here. And someone, again, to use the word experience of Lyndon Arthur, he's reading this comfortably.
Hold on, we are saying all this, and we're correct, I think, but also the way Arthur jabs and steps in and leans back a little bit, you know he's setting you up, so you know you've got to come forward, but you're also thinking, I don't want to fall into that trap.
Good work from Arthur again. Combinations of that right hand, and there's a real confidence about Lyndon Arthur now, who's turned this fight on its head.
You don't need to do nothing. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. No lazy shots. Listen.
You've got to start taking over 3 rounds now. Brad, you've got 9 minutes.
Good advice from Pat Barrett. Keep it simple. The jab's beautiful. Don't get lazy.
Yeah, look, that simple instructions, but he carries it out so well. Lyndon Arthur. Look at that. Straight shot, finishes with the hook, then gets back on the jab. That right hand cannot miss. Bradley Ray, again, I keep saying it, he's got to get busy, he's got to move that head. The steps to the right, they were effective early on, he's just stopped doing it.
Brad, you've got to step it up. Don't wait.
You've got to step it up, says Andy Abril. And they're absolutely right in that corner. Sort of gone to sleep a bit, but don't take anything away from Lyndon Arthur's work in the last few rounds. He's got his boxing together. We've always known about that jab, but he's really gutted it out at times tonight because he's been under the cosh, and back he comes with some real precision. Ray waking up here though at the start of the 10th.
I tell you what, the last thing you want to hear with 3 rounds to go over 12 rounds, it is you have to step it up. I mean, it's a hard enough task as it is, isn't it? But they're right, you know, I think he's trying to force the pace, he really is. He's just, you know, again, coming in straight lines, making it too easy for Arthur to land.
Look at this, 5 in a row on Carl's card for Lyndon Arthur has got him in an unofficial 2-point lead. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's done incredible since the knockdown. We had a bad round after. Bradley's having a good round here at the start of this. If he can maintain this, he has it a little bit closer in my card, but I think that may have been the worst thing that could have happened, that knockdown early, because he's looking for the big shot all the time and he's trying to land the perfect big one rather than just put the hands together once he's close. And I just feel at times that he's old man them here, isn't he? His experience is really telling.
I think what you say spot on there, you know, it's a change of mindset. I think, you know, if I hit you, I can hurt you, so I'm just going to get that perfect shot rather than just be busy.
I think he's got to roll the dice a bit here, Brad Ray, after that great start and getting just popped time and again. This is better when he gets closer. Got to be careful of that uppercut, but almost now, if he is behind on the cards, he's got to try and get those combinations rattling into Arthur and outwork the older man.
Really got to grab hold of the pace of this fight, let the shots go. Again, look, he just gets a bit too close.
Good uppercut from Arthur, and Ray hurt for the first time in the fight. Body shot as well into the last minute of the 10th, and Lyndon Arthur is putting in a really good performance now. Blood from the nose.
I mean, if you want him for the forearm, you've got to want Arthur for the elbow.
I think he was hurt there, Brad Ray.
And then he turns his body to Arthur and then close that shoulder literally in the centre of the stance there of Ray, which is clever.
Lyndon Arthur's got 1 or 2 late stoppages on the card, and he might just find something here. Brad Ray looking uncomfortable. 20 seconds left in the 10th. What a turnaround from Lyndon Arthur.
Yeah, this is brilliant. He's showing us something else here. He's the boss. He's the aggressor.
Blood from the nose of Ray. Another uppercut and a body shot. And now it's Ray, who's a weary warrior in there.
Breathe. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Breathe. Breathe. 2 rounds. Brad, I'm straight as a die. It's all these 2 rounds. I've been serious. Your life now, and I've been fucking serious, depends on these 2 rounds. I swear to God. Do you want to go back to Winter Garden? Listen to me now. I swear to God, if you don't win these 2 rounds, you're back on the Winter Garden. I swear, Brad. I need the fucking strong mindset.
It's a bit Teddy Atlas in the corner, isn't it? You'll be back to the Winter Gardens. I like the Winter Gardens.
I said, do you know what? Boxing takes you out, for all of us here, sat here, boxing is taking it from where we grew up to where we are now. You don't want to go back. You do not want to go back. That might not be the case if you lose this fight, but you need that sometimes. Listen, the alternative is, you go, in this sport, it's unforgiving. You go to greatness or nothing, like that.
Andy Abril reading the right act to Brad Ray, who's got 2 rounds to do something about this after a brilliant start, Carl Frampton. He's now way behind.
Yeah, I have him a couple of rounds behind here. I think 3 actually on my scorecard, but he was having a really good round there for probably the first almost 2 minutes of it, and then he got hurt with a shot from Lyndon Arthur, and then he seemed to take over the rest, and that was enough to give Lyndon Arthur the round for me. But yeah, I just think he's at the wrong range. He's staying kind of in that middle range. Better stuff here. Just need to do a little bit more.
Letting his hands go from distance, and I think that's the difference.
Absolutely, I think you're right, but he just needs to let the hands go more rather than looking for the one big shot.
Barry, do you think it's also a case of Brad Ray's won the European title? It's a big jump up, and Lyndon Arthur has campaigned at world level before.
Well, I think, you know, there can be a step up in class, and you've noticed that they take a better shot, they don't show their weaknesses. But I think what Cal said, he heard him with a good shot when he dropped him, and he just thought it's just a matter of time. And rather than let the hands go like he is a little bit now and hands in pockets, he's trying to set up the big shot.
And to be honest, I don't think he's reacting or responding to the corner's advice there. He's not nearly busy enough. to mention that, when he won the European title, I thought we would see a better performance, a real confidence performance. Yeah, look at the power landed there.
But also, Lyndon Arthur can control the pace quite effectively. It takes two, doesn't it?
And again, the jabs, though, 252 from Lyndon Arthur. They're 252 very good jabs.
And also, I've never seen Arthur throw so many straight right hands in a fight and land so effectively that he has tonight. And I'm not sure that's a lot to do with his timing and a lot to do with Bradley Ray's reluctance to move his head.
It's also down to his will as well, Lyndon Arthur. The last couple of years, he's really taken the sport seriously. He's knuckled down, conditioning, everything has been much better. So he's learned as well, and he's utilising his skills when he's got the stamina to do it.
And I think in large patches of this, he's made it very comfortable for himself. Little subtle feints, you see it there to the naked eye, you can't really see it, but just stepping with the foot and a little twitchy movement, it stops Brad Ray from letting anything go, Barry.
He does a step in, half a step out, doesn't he? So he's sort of like, I'm in, and then tempt you to come forward then.
Brad Ray's boxed this 11th round from the southpaw stance and hasn't really let his hands go like the corner wanted. Maybe he's tired and it's just catching up with him. But Lyndon Arthur, well, could be on the verge of a career-defining moment.
Listen to me, son. When you go, you're dropping your hand. Let's not get floppy now. Let's get military. Listen, these 2 rounds are important. Let's get back to being sharp.
Last round, shake hands, okay?
Right, well, listen, these last round is important. Listen to me. Don't get sloppy, son. He's surviving now. You did that away. Okay? Don't let him survive on you. Yeah, you did. Right? I know, but you did for Wilfred as well. Right? Listen to me. Get behind the boxing.
Yeah, it's just been textbook, hasn't it? Sharp, smart boxing. We didn't get the response of the corner of us here. We were hoping we'd see from Ray, and he needs to throw the kitchen sink at Lyndon Arthur in this final round.
Brad Ray had Lyndon Arthur badly hurt in the second, wobbling in the fourth. But the man from the Mostyn estate has come back at him. And Lyndon Arthur now stands on the verge of ripping away this European belt from Brad Ray that was earned only in the summer in Hull. The 3 judges at ringside will be the ones that matter, but I know Carl's got Lyndon Arthur a fair bit in front. I mean, we thought Troy Jones won the last fight, so what do we know? Yeah. But I think Arthur has, well, he's turned this around and he's boxed impeccably at times.
See, I think it just shows how important your feet are. No, he's not dancing, but I mean, the way he steps in and out with his feet, you feel that, you see it, even though you're not, you're trying to land with your shots. It just slows you down and makes you more attentive and let your hands go. And I think that's just reduced the work weight of Ray.
And he's given himself, hasn't he, just enough space to be able to move. He's not backed up, is he, too far?
Look at the small steps, you can take more of them. Look at his feet are not too wide apart. You can click on your feet up when you want to, and that's in offense and defense.
But Darren, you called for the kitchen sink, it's not coming.
It's not. I said it earlier, it's frustrating. I don't want to take nothing away from Lyndon Arthur. Like I say, he's nullifying the work of Bradley Ray by feints and the little subtle movements that Barry said, but the fight of this magnitude, defending your title, you've got to let everything go, no regrets. The opportunity, you almost talk about it, 2 semi-finals if you like, in the light heavyweight division. Do your part, get your win, move on. It's Lyndon Arthur for me who's won this fight.
He's just switched back to orthodox there. I've no idea why he was southpaw for the whole of the last round and for the majority of this round, and it wasn't working. He didn't look like he knew how to box southpaw, if I'm being honest. I've no idea why he done it.
I think he's pretty tired, Brad Ray, and I think he's run out of ideas. He'll learn from this. He's only 27. He'll come again, but 50 seconds surely for Lyndon Arthur to put the finishing touches on a come-from-behind situation where he has boxed with that jab, the right hand. seconds to go, Lyndon, and you will surely be king, be European king.
I think Ray's had a really good go here. He has, and I think there's loads to work on for him here. I mean, he's fallen, in my opinion, our opinion, he's fallen short here against a really good fighter who's shown there's plenty left in the tank.
I thought Lyndon Arthur boxed well at Tottenham in defeat against Anthony Yarde in that trilogy. Tonight, he's put the performance of his life on, right to finish it. Lyndon Arthur, take a bow. Surely the new European champion. Brad Ray started so well and put a great effort in, but in terms of class and the way he used that experience to turn a fight which was going against him around, that was terrific.
It really was. The way he regrouped after the first few rounds and got back behind his jab, he was effective in the work that he was doing. The footwork on point, defensively far more sound, certainly in the second half of the fight, as opposed to Bradley Ray. He was never really hurt, but getting caught with far too many shots, Barry.
Yeah, and I just thought, not panicking, that seems to the fans all think have won the fight tonight, and we agree with that. I think maybe Arthur boxed really well, come back from obviously a knockdown and being hurt, and then just didn't panic when he was under pressure, when he got dropped. Just regained his composure, stuck to his game plan. But for me, the footwork won in the fight, because the little adjustments to the feet, just making Ray think an extra thought process before he let his hands go, slowed him down enough for Arthur to take control of the tempo and the pace of the fight.
And do you know what it is, right? It's funny, the first two things he would have learned as a boxer, as a kid, would have been footwork and jab. And all those years later, in this contest, they're the two things that have won him this fight.
And there's the respect between the former sparring partners, the Manchester rivals, who've given us a really good 12th round. The first 3 rounds were unbelievable, weren't they? Now this guy's pretty unbelievable. Virgil Ortiz Jr. putting his WBC interim super welterweight belt on the line against the Hammer Erickson Lubin, live from Texas, so the heist from Britain, and then Ortiz Jr. Lubin from the States. What a Saturday. Next week, November the 8th, and what a Saturday night this is proving in Manchester. Brad Ray takes the applause, he sold a lot of tickets, he started so well. I wonder how the judges have it. For us, Lyndon Arthur is European king. Thomas Triver with the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Lee Every scores it 114 to 114, even a draw. Judge Victor Laughlin scores it 115 to 113. And Judge Mark Lyson scores it 115 to 112. Both for your winner by majority decision. And new EBU